right now, the main question is Cracker KO? Is he really KO? Is he knocked down? Is he defeated? We don't know. But one thing for certain is, Luffy used Gear 4 to go against Charlotte Cracker, one of the sweet commanders and a member, which also is a member of the Big Mom Pirates and the Charlotte family. Gear 4. This gives me one thing to think about right now. We're gonna see Gear 5. I mean, what proofs do you more need that we're gonna see? There's definitely gonna be a Gear 5. I know when, I know how, I know in what it's gonna consist Gear 5. But we're gonna definitely see him, because if he used Gear 4 to go against a member of the Big Mom Pirates, then how, and you know, do you even understand what he needs to go against a Yonko? If he used Gear 4 for just one member of the Big Mom Pirates, not the actual like Big Mom. No. We're gonna see Gear 5. I know when, I don't know how, but we're gonna see him, because if he, like I repeat for the third time, if he used Gear 4 against Charlotte Cracker, what chance does he have against Big Mom? You know, he most definitely gonna use Gear 5, or maybe even Gear 6. I know maybe I'm saying too much right now, but most definitely we're gonna see a Gear 5. I know when, how, but we'll see. Okay, so moving on. This chapter One Piece, 837. It was actually very simple, but the entire time was more centered with Charlotte Cracker versus Luffy. And of course, me, you know, at the end. But also in this chapter, gives us a little bit information, you know, when it comes to not only the Sweet Commander, but also when it comes to the Worst Generation, you know, because okay, first and foremost, Charlotte Cracker, known as the Biscuit Knight, somewhat. Biscuit Knight, that's a classic. Biscuit Knight, and made his sword the Great Pretzel. Pretzel. His fucking sword is called Pretzel, and not even saying like his technique with the sword. I mean, just one thing in this chapter actually showed up, but it was pretzel roll. Do I have to go on with that? I mean, his not only sword is funny, but it also somehow makes sense, because he's like the Minister Biscuit. Also, he's called Charlotte Cracker, the Biscuit Knight, you know, Pretzel. You know where he's going. Because after all, every single member that we know so far of Big Mom is always. I mean, it was always named with something sweet, or is it a cake, or just a cupcake, or a donut, or a muffin, or a cracker, or whatever. They're all be named by sweet food, you know, desserts. Let's put it that way, okay? So it was actually some sort of kind of great surprise for me, you know, if this guy, you know, had some kind of, you know, biscuit type of techniques and everything, which also conclude, speaking of the biscuits, when Luffy was trying to attack him, you know, he used the shield that looks like a fucking biscuit. Actually, the biscuit's, you know, made for tea. He used a biscuit as a shield and called it Heart Biscuit, which also even goes to prove that Charlotte Cracker is a Bushiku Haki user. And one thing I really enjoy is when Luffy said like, oh man, this Bushiku, this Cracker's Bushiku Haki is something I've never seen before. Well, bingo. Well, good morning, Monk Day, Luffy, because we're talking about Big Mom's Pirates here. We're not talking about, we're not talking about Barkworks, or, like I said, we're not talking about Barkworks, we're not talking about Doflamingo's Pirates, we're not talking about any single every single pirate group, let's put it that way, you know, or a marine that you've seen before. We're not talking about them. We're talking about a Yonko's crew. We're talking about a Yonko. Can you imagine how much power level every single Yonko's crew members have? Just think about it. Let alone think about that. You know, of course, it's gonna have a stronger Bushiku Haki than Luffy's. I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Luffy's level of Haki when it comes to just Bushiku Haki is it's not weak. It's really strong. It's really strong. But you know. I don't know. I mean, look, if he has, like I said before, if he has to use Gear 4 against a member of a crew, not like the main captain, you know, because since the beginning of One Piece, everybody knows that when Luffy fights, the main villain of the arc, or like the main leader of some kind of group, or is a pirate group or organization, whatever, he always used everything he has to defeat him. Just like for example, he did with Doflamingo. He destroyed it with Gear 4. Or for example, when he used against Rob Lucci, he used like Gear 2nd, Gear 3rd, and he defeated him with Jet Gatling. You know what I'm saying. But using the highest power level that right now he has against a member of the Big Mom Pirates, that means only one thing. That like I said, we're gonna see Gear 4, because you just try to imagine. He has to use Gear 4 against Charlotte Cracker, and what he has to use with Big Mom, which also gives you a picture. Let's put it that way, a mentally picture. How Big Mom could be strong, especially when it comes to that. We find out that the Delphi is soul fruit. But moving on. Let's go with another different parts. Okay, so the other part is Charlotte Brulé against Nami and Pound, because in this chapter, Pound made his first strike. He saved Nami. I have to admit, at the beginning, he acted somehow like cowardly, especially like when he tries to punch her, and he was like, closing his eyes, you can definitely see he had the face of fear. But also one thing is, this chapter was a lot more serious than when it comes to comic relief. The only one thing funny about it is when Charlotte Brulé said, "Oh, Stepfather Pound." No, wait, just Pound, not Charlotte, not Stepfather Pound, just Pound. That was actually funny, the family ties and everything. Even if he's not her actual father, I really wonder who her actual father is. If she's that ugly, I really wonder who her father is. Well, I don't know, but still. Whatever, that was kind of funny, and I really like when Pound saved Nami and everything, and like I said, Brulé's Delphi is really, is much more, is really impressed me every single time when I see her, and also one thing I really like is when, like, Brulé give this, like, worst generation, become Pirate King, go against a Yonko speech to Nami, all the time, like, she dropped the mirror down, and she went, and she wanted to went to the mirror, tried to pull Nami with her into the mirror world. But speaking of the speech, actually, Charlotte Brulé, I really like her speech. Even if it was intimidating, like all the dreams of every single pirate who tries to come to the new world, become the Pirate King, like having like the 15, like I said, like she said, the 15 minutes of fame, and all of this, like when went to despair, that like all this ends here on the Yonko territory, because here's the thing, when it comes to Worst Generation, we find out who was Big Mom's territory. We have Capone Game Badge, we have Eustace Kid, Scratchman Apu, and Uroj, the Mad Monk, and which also makes sense, Capone Game Badge, because like I said, Scratchman Apu and Eustace Kid looks like they've been defeated, or I don't see those two like trying to run away. So I believe that they were somehow defeated. By the crew members of the Big Mom Pirates. Because here's the thing, Brulé said that they never saw Big Mom's face. So I'm wondering if those scars of Eustace Kid, including the robotic arms, was that from the battle against the Big Mom Pirates? I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm just saying. I know. But I really want to see the flashback where he get all his injuries and everything. Even if that was not against the Big Mom Pirates. I know, there's so many possibilities here, But speaking of, like I said, like she said, Scratchman Apu and the Kid were defeated, and they never saw Big Mom's face. Capone Game Badge looks like he was, even him was defeated, but he made, like she said, he made a wise choice. Like, for example, marrying Charlotte Chiffon, which is the twin sister of Lola. So he can get his ass, so he can have, his ass safe and sound. But I'm still saying that he's planning something. I never saw Capone like that type of character who's gonna like fall so low to go under the umbrella of Yonko. Like I said before, when he shot down Peckham's, he's planning something. He is planning something. Is it overthrow Big Mom or try to run away? I don't know. But he's planning something. Like I said, he's not a type of guy, if he has this typical mobster type personality, like he has, he's not, because every single person knows that the mobster doesn't like to be controlled. A crime boss does not like to be controlled. So if Big Capone has the same mobster type personality, he's gonna do something. I know how and when, but he's gonna do something. He's planning something. I can definitely see that coming. But another thing is, like I said, he saved his own ass by marrying Charlotte Chiffon. But when it comes to Rouge, now it makes sense why he was all in bandages when on that Sky Island, where when Kaido, came there to try to kill himself, falling down 10,000 meters, but that's not the point. Now I understand why Rouge was in bandages. Because he defeated one of the Sweet Commanders, which comes the Sweet Commanders, back before Rouge came, before Rouge defeated him, Big Mom Pirates had 4 Sweet Commanders, but now they have 3. So, Rouge, like I said, he put really definitely a very strong fight. But when it comes to, Battle's Course, after he destroyed that 4th Sweet Commander, Cracker came along. Big Mom was so furious that she sent him, and he defeated him. Which, like I said, again, explains the bandages. That explains the bandages. Also, speaking of that, one thing we really also like is when Charlotte Bourlet said, like, I really think, like, his corpse, he's somewhere around here, like laying dead and everything. Not so much, because we saw him on the Sky Island, floating on balloons, and he's like all covered in bandages and everything. So I don't think so. He's dead. Now, I think I think you're too much obsessed with death and blood, by that way, brother. I'm just saying. He is what he is when it comes to Rouge, but he is not that kind of a pussy when it comes to like he's gonna die right now. That's what I'm just saying. After all, he is a member of the Supernovas, so. We'll see. I think we didn't saw the last of it. But moving on. Also, like I said, so after one thing also I forgot to mention is the 1 pound saved Charlotte Bourlet. Nami just simply shocked her. But she gave her an electric treatment that I believe she's gonna remember for the rest of her life. I mean, she was not defeated, but still, she went to the mirror world, but still. We see her again, but she gave her one hell of electric treatment. Yeah, she did. But still, it was quite an enjoyable fight and everything. But the most important thing is, which also comes now, Nami, like I said before, she's gonna put this Viper Card of Lola on good use. Which, like I said, every single homie right there in the system was shitting his pants when they sensed the aura of Big Mom on that Viper Card. So she's gonna put that on good use. I wonder how. But you get the idea. So that's one thing. The other thing is, like I said, the fight between Charlotte Cracker and Luffy. Like I said before, this is one hell of a fight. But every single time when Luffy tries to attack him, Charlotte Cracker just seems to defend himself with the Cracker Shield. And going, against the pretzels, or against with his pretzel sword, or swords for that matter, which also, like I said, hardened with Bushido Haki against him. So overall, the fight, the fight has only begun. But the thing is, like I said before, if he had to use Gear 4th against a member of the Big Mom Pirates, there is no way we're not gonna see a Gear 5th against Big Mom, because, like I said, by using Gear 4, you can definitely see how strong Charlotte Cracker is. If he had to crush him with his secret weapon, which is his secret technique, which is Gear 4. I know I'm repeating that for hundreds of times when I'm doing this review, but you get my point. We definitely gonna see Gear 5th. I don't know if it's gonna be during Total Land or somewhere, in the future close to Kaido arc. I don't know, but we're definitely gonna see him because Luffy has to have, because Luffy has to straight up prepare himself to fight Big Mom. He has to, because after all, we're dealing with a Yonko. We're not dealing with a Shichibukai or a Cyberpol agent or a Marine, whatever. We're dealing with a Yonko here, So overall, I said it was actually the entire chapter was Luffy using Gear 4 Gum Kongan against Charlotte Cracker. Also, one thing I forgot to mention is Charlotte Cracker is here's the thing. the other villains in the future, I think they have to watch. I think they have to watch what they're about to say, because when they're trying to insult a crew, or is trying to like insult a crew member, or saying something shitty, or like being like a little cold-blooded bastard, they really literally have to watch their mouth, because whatever they say, he's gonna piss off Luffy. So because in that time Cracker was just like Cracker was doing, like shitting on Sanji, saying he's a prince, that he thinks that the Luffy and the others are peasants, that they are not worthy to be with him, blah blah blah, all very like noble bullshit. Luffy, of course, he became pissed off, used Gear 4 and striking down with a cone gun. Wow. Another question right now is Shadow Cracker KO? I mean, I don't think he is. I don't think he is, because if he could be easily defeated by just using one strike of Gear 4, that means, I was a little bit disappointed, But still, I don't think he's KO for now, but he will be. I don't know how, I don't know when, but he will be. So overall, here I'm done. The chapter overall, like I said, was very simple. It was all centered with Luffy against Commander Cracker. Shadow Black giving that speech about the Pirate King, the Bruce generation and everything, Lola and that stuff, So overall, yeah, it was a solid chapter, let's put it that way. So here I'm done. Rate the video, comment, subscribe. First think about Luffy using Gear 4. Do you think he's going to use Gear 5? Do you think Shadow Cracker is KO? How do you think Nami is going to use the Viper card? Even if a lot of people know, because I'm really late when it comes to One Piece chapters and everything. So overall, give me your personal thoughts about the chapter. Drop your like, I really appreciate that. Peace everyone, have an awesome day. Lord Shadows, like always, signing off. See you next time.